Nice. You can see the backdrop, my new backdrop. It's all the flowers made by my beautiful girlfriend. Just a nice cute little thing she decided to go ahead and do for me. She's fucking crazy. Get me out of here. Get me out. Call 911. And that's it. That's where I got the first in the first video, but these I actually also changed. So it's the same chords, but I picked a more future bassy sounding chord, which ended up being 2 sine waves, and it was originally 2 sol waves. So that's why it might sound different to you if you watched the first video. And then the second thing I changed was the actual preset for those leads there. My cat's fucking shit up again. Mike! What I did was I took these, I duplicated them, so now we have this. We have to build onto this. So I'm gonna do, just because it's simple, is I'm gonna take this already made transition. We can make it sound different later. You don't want all the same transitions, but later I will change it. It's kind of just a placeholder, but the idea is I want a transition to be here. Okay, and so then next thing that I did is I went on Splice after this, after adding this transition, and I want it to be like, I want it to get like really, really powerful for us here. I want the energy to start picking up. So I got a couple layers here. These are all easy to find on Splice. This is a little impact. This is a nice big kick. That actually was a big stomp, not a kick. But these things, this is what you would search to get these on Splice. And then that's the kick. So then all together, next thing we have to do is we got to get the best vocal chopped melody in the world going, because we already have an awesome bass line, we have an awesome stomp, so we need, we need a cool melody going here. So I would typically record my voice for this, but I found a really good one on Splice, and it's like too good to pass up, because you sometimes when you record yourself, you like gotta fix your pitch and this and that. But I found this good one on Splice. I just don't want to pass it up. I have to use it. It sounds like this. Nope, that's not it. So let's write out our melody. Okay, so now what I need to do is add a couple more layers to this, and I'm going to do that just by duplicating, and I'm going to copy the region here. I'm going to paste it. Okay, and immediately I'm going to drop these into a track stack, like so. Get the, whoops, I did that wrong. Okay, so with one of these layers, I need to add a little bit of chorus to it. Like that. And then I want to get one of these layers to be pulled down an octave. now we have to process these to sound dope. Like that. And then let's get some reverb on them. I'll stop using Valhalla. I actually got called out last video for using Valhalla. Because I know I pretty much have always used Space Designer. So I'll just use it. So now we're gonna get something that sounds like that. It sounds pretty cool, guys and girls. Let's compress it. See, it's just, these don't need much compression because you can obviously see it's not that dynamic. But the compression you would put on something like this, I think, is really fast acting just to get those little peaks there. Really fast acting, not too much, because then it'll start to sound bad. Okay, that's totally awesome. So now what I want to do is a little reverse reverb trick and put it right before this part right here. So I'm going to take this, give me a nice reverse reverb trick or whatever. Give me a nice reverse reverb. So let's go here. I want it to be the same note. That's us. One thing with reverse reverb is it could be a different note if it works for the song, but it can't be like too horribly different to lead into like a vocal melody or something. If you have a reverse reverb, it has to work. And it doesn't always work, so let's work on trying to make it as perfect as possible. So I'm going to go with the same note for now. You don't really have to mess around with presets for this. You can just make a nice long reverb. Something like that'll work grand. Alright, so clearly I didn't balance that with a lot of gain. Which I want to stop doing that because it's annoying when you can't see the waves. But let's work with this, see what happens. Nice. Nice. Let's go up here. Kind of envelope it. Whoops. Envelope it for us so we can get some sounds decent. Oh, it sounds beautiful, but it's just really quiet. So let's put a compressor on there for gain purposes only. I think I like it. I definitely think I like it. Alright, so I messed up the filming of the bass line, me making the bass line, so I'm just going to do it again for you guys. So for this bass line, what I just did is I used a saw wave, which is kind of an experiment for me because I don't ever use saw waves for bass lines. I typically use sine waves and square waves. So let's get this done and see what we can do with it. So for this bass line, I'm going to go up to those nice chords we have. And obviously I'm using Sylenth 1 to make this bass line. Alchemy, I don't like Alchemy for bass. So right here I have my nice bass notes. these I'm gonna come into arpeggiator. So we get something like that, and then I'm going to grab the distortion plugin for overdrive. Distort the low end, and I'm going to work these a little bit so it sounds a little nicer. I'll pull it down an octave. There we go, that's some sub bass if I've ever heard it. And then let me come into the EQ here. Let me take this stuff down a little bit. Then we have a lot rolling off the edge here, so I'm just going to brick wall that. Alright. Wow, system overload. I guess that's because I'm bouncing another video while I'm making this video. Okay, so this is going to be our high harmonic bass line. Now we need a, oh no, that was our sub bass line, our sub layer. We need another layer that's going to be our high harmonic bass line. So let's just turn off this old news here, undo that, give us something like this, and then this one's going to be a little bit more scratchy. So that's what we got so far. I want that, but I want one that kind of stays in the center. So it's kind of like a louder bass line, and it's got that center piece of unison. So now with that, we have that, we can layer it underneath our go. So the last bass line I actually made sounded like this. Figured I would show you both, just because it goes to show like every single thing you make will never be the same, especially if you synthesize every sound like I do, or at least try to. So that's the original. It sounds a little bit more plucky. Yeah, this one's a little bit more mellow and not as punchy. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with the old one on that, but I mean that's the basic idea. I'm Elektron, and stay tuned for more awesome stuff. And watch the next video. Don't forget, watch the next video for this. Let's see where I take this song. Give me suggestions. That's another thing. Give me suggestions for where I should take this song in the next video. Should I do a build-up? Should I do a drop? Who knows, you know? Give me suggestions. Let me know, guys. That would be awesome. And yeah, I'll see you later then. My name's Elektron, and peace out, yo.